Hello students, happy morning. Class 12 Physics, Unit 4, Electromagnetic Induction and Alternating Current continuation video. Here in this video, let me see the working of single phase AC generator. We know AC generator working on the principle that electromagnetic induction. Okay, here a single phase AC generator will produce a single phase alternating EMF. Okay, it produces single phase alternating EMF. That's why it is named as an single phase AC generator. Okay, here it is a single phase AC generator. See, this is a stator core. In that stator core there are two slots. That slot is for armature winding. Here I place a conductor, okay, PQ, here RS. These two conductors are connected in series. See, here PQ, RS are the two conductors that are connected in series and form a single circuit. Okay, then it will generate a EMF that is in single phase. Okay, hence this generator is known as single phase generator or alternator. Here it is a simplified version of AC generator. A single turn rectangular loop PQRS mounted on a stator and the field windings, that means the magnet, okay, that is placed inside the stator. It is rotated about its axis that is perpendicular to the plane of the sheet. Okay, see, here it is a stationary armature rotating field alternator. Okay, for that the armature will be stationary, that is PQRS will be stationary and the magnet will be rotates. Okay, it will rotate to the plane perpendicular to the paper. Okay, see, we need to apply a current to magnetize the rotor. Okay, so we are applying a DC source through the brushes. Okay, after that it will be magnetized, then it will be rotate by some other means, then it will rotate. Okay, let me see. Initially the coil will be at rest everywhere. Okay, initially the magnetic field is horizontal with the coil. Okay, at that case, see, first of all the coil is at stationary and the magnetic field is horizontal. Okay, at that case, see, the magnetic field is horizontal. For that case, the angle between the magnetic field and the coil plane is 90 degree. Okay, for that case the induced EMF is 0. Okay, then it is rotated through 90 degree. The magnetic field is rotated through 90 degree, then it will be here. Okay, at that case the angle between the magnetic field and the plane is 0 degree. Okay, here I am rotating through 90 degree. It is the initial position. From that initial position I am rotating the magnetic field through 90 degree. Okay, at that case the magnetic field and the plane of the coil are parallel. At that case the induced EMF is maximum. Okay, then next the magnetic field is rotated through 180 degree from the initial position. For that case the EMF is 0. Okay, then next the magnetic field is rotated through 270 degree from its initial position. Okay, at that case it produces an induced EMF in reverse direction. Okay, then next I rotate the magnetic field to the initial position, that is 360 degree from the initial position, then we get 0 EMF. Okay, see, at the first case omega t, that is time angle, is 0 degree. Okay, omega t is 0 degree. Then the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the sheet. Okay, perpendicular to PQRS. Okay, for that case EMF will be 0. EMF will be 0. Okay, then next omega t, it is rotated through 90 degree, then it became 90 degree or pi by 2. For that case the magnetic field is parallel to the field, parallel to the plane PQRS. At that case the EMF will be maximum psi m. Okay, because put 90 degree here, sin 90 became 1, then instantaneous EMF is equal to maximum EMF. Okay, then next further rotation 180 degree, this one. Okay, then 180 degree, that is pi. For that case the magnetic field, see the magnetic field is again perpendicular to the plane. Okay, perpendicular to plane PQRS. For that case the EMF will be 0. Then next 270 degree from the initial position, that is 3 pi by 2. For that case it is anti-parallel or parallel to the PQRS. Okay, for that case we get negative maximum, that is reverse, the direction is reversed. At last at 360 degree for one complete rotation, okay, 2 pi, it became again perpendicular to the PQRS. Okay, for that we get 0 EMF. See, at the second instant, okay, it produces EMF, then the current flow in that loop. Okay, the direction of the current is given by Fleming right hand rule. Okay, see, we know to apply Fleming right hand rule we hold the thumb, forefinger, middle finger of your right hand are 90 degree. Okay, here the forefinger point the direction of the magnetic field, forefinger point the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, then the thumb finger point the direction of the motion of the conductor. Okay, here there is no movement of the conductor. Okay, here the magnetic field only changing, here the magnetic field is in clockwise direction, so the conductor will appear to be rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, magnet is rotating in clockwise direction, so we will appear the conductor to be rotating anti-clockwise direction. So forefinger point the direction of the magnetic field, thumb finger point the direction of motion of the conductor, then the middle finger point the direction of the induced current. So the current flows from P to Q in this conductor and R to S in this conductor. Okay, then in the loop the current flow from PQRS. Okay, in first half cycle, during first half cycle, okay, during first half cycle the current flow from P to Q, here S to R, overall current flows from PQRS. Okay, see, in second half cycle apply Fleming right hand rule. For that case current flows from S R Q P by applying the Fleming right hand rule. Okay, here we have to notice that the field magnet complete one rotation. Okay, from 0 to again 0. Okay, 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, 270 to again 0. That means 360 degree. For one complete rotation, the induced EMF in PQRS also finishes one sinusoidal wave function. Okay, see, it is a easy one, single phase alternating current generator. Okay, it produces single phase alternating EMF. Okay, here we know the alternator consists of two components, that is stator and rotor. Inside the stator some slots are there, that slots are accommodate only for the armature winding. Okay, armature is nothing but a terminal to get the induced EMF. Okay, it is a terminal to get the induced EMF. Okay, in that slots there are two conductors PQ and RS. These two conductors are connected in series and form a loop that is known as PQRS. Then there is a rotor. Okay, that rotor is nothing but a magnetic rotor that will be excited by some DC source. Okay, then it is rotated by some other mean. By rotating this, it will produce an induced EMF. Okay, at the initial case the magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane. At that case EMF will be 0. Then the magnetic field rotate through 90 degree from its initial position. At that case the magnetic field is parallel to the plane. At that case the EMF will be maximum. It is represented in a graph A. Okay, it is maximum EMF, that is psi m. Then next the magnetic field will be 180 degree from its initial position. Okay, at that case the EMF will be 0. Then the magnetic field is 270 degree from its initial position. Then the conductor will experience a EMF and it will be in a reverse direction. So the graph represent it as a reverse psi m. Okay, that is minus psi m. Then next at the initial position, that is 360 degree from initial position, it will be again 0. Okay, for one complete rotation the induced EMF finishes one cycle. Okay, here in our next class that is our next video, let me see the polyphase AC generator. Okay, thank you.